Hello, welcome to another Gundam Operation 2 video. That is the new suit, actually the new limited mission suit, the, I almost said full armor Hyaku Shiki. That is the Hyaku Shiki Kai mass production type, which, get used to me messing that up. Yeah, this is a 550 General, that's the limited mission suit that we had for Winter Festival, or the start of it. And honestly, this is a really fantastic suit. You know, it does have a few weaknesses, but honestly, overall, this suit is... it just feels really nice to play. Now, the match you're watching here is actually my second ever match playing this suit. And unfortunately, I haven't got too many matches with it because I do plan on getting some ground matches in. But as I mentioned in my initial thoughts for the Gustav Karl, I really exhausted myself trying to both get some limited missions done and try to get some missions or some matches done with the Gustav Karl itself. So I only got a limited amount of play with this suit. But what I have played so far, this is a really fantastic suit. It has nice weapons that can just wear down an enemy over time, along with having some burst of damage output, like, you can do your typical stun melee stuff, or you can, approach from mid-range and just start wailing away, pretty much. We'll go ahead and start off with some weapons that it has here. You have a, this won't, this technically isn't initial thoughts for a suit. I might as well just treat it like it is, right? You have a bazooka stun, which not only is it a regular instant stun, it actually has a little bit of versatility. It actually has a damage over time effect. So you can you can shoot an enemy, get nice 2,400 damage, and then they'll take 250 damage ticks, and I believe it's 5 ticks of damage over time. And of course, you have a secondary sub-weapon stun, so you can keep them stun-locked and taking that damage over time. And yeah, you can also throw in your melee. You can do your typical, stun with the bazookas, get a downswing. They're sitting there burning to death, and you can add in another downswing. Or, if you want to throw in your vulcans, which is one of your other weapons here, you have the beam vulcans, which is very similar to the Hyaku Shiki Kai's, which is at 600. You can throw in your beam vulcans during your combo, which is actually quite nice. So that's already some good damage output right there. And including all this, you have the beam gatling on your shoulder. That thing looks like a toy rocket. Yeah, that's a that will it's a standstill to fire weapon, but it has like what 50 rounds in it, and you just sit there and you mow down people with beam damage. Really good at mid-range when you already have somebody attacking the enemy, and you don't want to pop in with an instant stun and accidentally hit your teammate, right? So you can just throw in some damage with that, or just sit behind cover and fire at somebody. It's a really fun weapon to use, even though it's pretty much just all the other like minigun suits where you have to stand still. But something about it just feels really fun on this suit. Maybe because of the sounds it makes, Sounds kind of stupid. And of course, combining it with stuff like the damage over time on your bazookas, again, a lot of wearing down damage here that I quite like. I kind of like having my suits that can do multi-rolls. If I want a front line, I can kind of join in there for a little bit, and then if I want to back off, I can back off and do some mid-ranging, which is quite nice. And for the weapons, I think I already kind of spoiled, I say weapons, the melee weapon, I kind of already spoiled it. But you do have a sliding downswing, very similar to a Stamen's. I believe I out-Stamen a Stamen at one point in this match, but which is funny to think about. But yeah, you saw here, right here, where you can just do your typical stun melee stuff, and get some nice damage output out of it. Quite like that a lot. But that's pretty much for the Hyaku Shiki Kai here, mass production type. I gotta remember to start putting in the mass production type. I should probably just call it the MP Hyaku Shiki, or Hyaku Shiki MP. Kind of like how they do with the Cubile. I don't know why they didn't do that with this suit, but anyway, we are approaching now. We've got about 4 minutes left in the match, and this is going to be a pretty close match. And again, this is my second time playing this, so I'm kind of still figuring out how to do things with this. And all I know is that if I shoot them, they get stunned, and I can throw in something else, and I should be good. Now, we have our team pushing up to the enemy team base. I'm sitting here fighting this one guy, and I think he kind of just... he knows I'm kind of just leading him around mid-range. So he's going to go over here and try and fight our team at his own base, which, unfortunately for me, I believe I kind of get too much... I do too much with the beam gatling. I should be coming in and helping my team. But right here, this is a whole lot of enemies. and I don't really want to jump in because, excuse me, this thing does have some downsides. This thing does have low health for its cost. It has 16,000, which, you know, if it's a 1v1, sure, but that's 4 people over there. If I get noticed and I get shot at, yeah, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Even though I do have a lot of ballistic, a lot of beam resistance and melee resistance on this build I'm using right now, I actually didn't really touch up on the range damage at all, just the defenses. You do also have, this applies more to the ground, of course, but you do have weaker leg health because of having that low health, so be careful around the typical leg breakers at this cost. And of course, it does have low ballistic resistance. I believe it's, what, 15? So make sure you're keeping an eye out against suits with bazookas or supports with ballistic weapons, because they will fuck you up. They'll make that 16,000 drop real low. But yeah, honestly, playing the suit overall, as I mentioned, I think this is a fantastic suit. It has a lot of good things I really like about it. A lot of versatility in its role. You know, you can do frontline, you can jump into mid-range. Honestly, it feels more like a, or I say honestly, it's more like a mid-ranger overall, with a touch of frontline in it. Because again, you do have that really valuable downswing. And you know, multiple stuns as well, so you can get those stuns in, get some melee in, and when it gets a little bit too hairy, just, you know, mid-range. Alright, we're in the last minute and almost 30 seconds in the match. I just got killed by a Bolanoke, which I think I have a video on the Bolanoke coming out at some point, because I did try out the Bolanoke in space. A little bit awkward because, you know, I don't really play raids too much, and I don't remember the last time I played a Bolanoke in space. I think the last time I played the Bolanoke in space was when the Bolanoke came out, and the Bolanoke sucked when it came out, so I will see how that goes whenever I do post that. Anyway, let's do some support fire, and hopefully that will relieve the enemy pressure on our team. Even though we're at their base, you know, it's good to get that push in. It looks like our push is doing really well, actually. You know, we are ahead by 700 points, and the enemy team is a little bit weak, so hopefully we can come in and just dominate and get some more points. As you can see, yeah, there's some crispy teammates on the enemy team, and of course I noticed that, and let's go ahead and throw some shots in. Unfortunately, I shot the wrong beam gatling. I shot the beam vulcans, not the beam gatling. So it's like, okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just start poking people with the beam gatling. All right, we got the Bolanoke a little bit. Good. A lot of good damage out there, and just keep peppering the Bolanoke. Again, if we just get some more damage off, get a few more kills, we should stay enough ahead to where even if a few of us die, we'll stay in the lead. Alright, there goes the Bolanoke. Yep, there we go. Nice double downswing. I think that was a triple downswing, because of it was his downswing, my downswing, his downswing. So nice, teaming up with the Hyaku Shiki, the regular one. So, alright, got another kill in from our team. Nice, and yeah, last second, let's just pepper in some beam gatling shots. And there we go, timeout. Good works all around. Pretty nice match there. And let us see. Mission completed. Like him double wielding the bazookas. And hey, top assist score, I'll take that. And our raids are doing really well. I'm going to praise both of our raids. I would praise pretty much everybody. They're doing pretty good. And hey, third place, 2-1. Not too good on the kills, but honestly, yeah, not too good individual score either, but I was getting some assists and some damage in, so I'm fine with that overall. And of course, that was only my second ever match playing this suit, so I know I can do a lot better with that as I learn to play it more. But yeah, that'll be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, I'd really appreciate it. And you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the Hyaku Shiki Kai mass production type. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And let me know how you feel about, you know, some other Hyaku Shikis that you like or don't like. And to me, I think this suit is a really good suit. I think there's a lot of things that a lot of people will like, and it does have some weaknesses, but I think those weaknesses aren't as great as its strengths. I think its strengths are quite nice. You have 2 instant stuns. One of these stuns has more versatility to it because of the damage over time. You have 2 weapons, the Beam Vulcans and the Beam Gatling, that will just wear down opponents. And of course, you can also do the typical thing of doing your melee after stuns as well, because the melee is pretty useful, having a sliding downswing. So yeah, honestly, the suit is pretty nice. And of course, it has some other luxuries as well, like a dodge roll, melee combo controller, and I believe the downswing actually combos really well with the neutral swing of this suit. So there's that as well, if in case you really want to get that downswing in. And I think you do have a shoulder buffer. So you do have some buffers in there as well to take less damage overall. So yeah, honestly, I think the suit is really nice. And if you guys haven't done the limited missions yet for this suit, you still have some time. And honestly, I think it's worth it. Those raiding matches will be worth it. Believe me, this suit is really nice. And if you don't, if you don't have enough time to complete them, well, there's always next week where they'll do the, I believe they'll do the level 2 Hyaku Shiki Kai mass production type. So if you want it at 600, there you go. I think the suit can handle itself at 600. I played it at 600. I think it can handle itself. If you got to be careful as well, because low ballistic resistance, lower leg health and lower health overall. So as long as you're keeping yourself in check, then yeah, I think the suit will do well even at 600. So make sure you're doing those limited missions. I think the suit is totally worth it. And of course, you get a free suit out of it. And not only a free suit, a really good free suit. So yeah, totally, you guys should do limited missions for this. And yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.